Casa Rico retreats here in the mountains of Spain. Like 10 minutes ago I was smashing this chunk of wood around and hitting it with the axe. And while doing this and while surrendering to it and fully immerse in it, I felt again like how healthy it is for us humans to smash things sometimes, to break things, to destroy things, and to hit on things, and not to damage, but to express a part of ourselves, to regulate our nervous system, and to let an electric charge, what is causing stress and anxiety, to let it go. So I will show you 30 seconds what I did, and then I will explain how we used it in retreats, and I will share some stories what's happening with people if they are doing this. Basically what I was doing was super simple. It was just hitting the wood. That was one. And the other thing was smashing the wood, so lifting it in. Then again, hitting it, and then again smashing it. And I figured this out for myself 5-6 years ago, that I had anger issues, and I think almost everyone, especially men. And I wasn't aware of it in the Netherlands. I wasn't aware of it in day-to-day life. I wasn't aware of it until I was choosing my real path, until I was like living here, until I wanted to go forward. And on this path I was triggered so many times, and almost always by women, so my partner or other women. And they were just reflecting my unprocessed anger issues and my unprocessed dynamic with my mother. So every time when this happened, I had here the opportunity to go with an axe into nature and smash wood until it was gone. And after 1 or 2 years, suddenly my anger was gone. I wasn't triggered anymore. I was clean, and I could step in connection like with women as it should be, and not that things from my mother were triggering me. And within all the retreats I gave last year, so many people came and they explained things, they explained situations where they were at, and I was noticing like, you have the same. You need to smash some things. And we grabbed the axe and went in the forest and we started to smash things. And yeah, the same thing happened. Like people had psychological, physical and emotional like cleansing and release, like a what is it? Like a charge what was out of the system, and clarity that popped up. And I realized with the years, like we as humans, we have chakras, we have 7. Like a crown, here one, the throat, the heart, and the 3rd chakra, the 2nd chakra, and the root chakra. And what is not really welcome in our society is the 3rd chakra. And the 3rd chakra is the warrior archetype. And this archetype is connected with the energy of aggressiveness. And it's a healthy energy. This aggressiveness makes sure that we take action, that we finish things, that we have a healthy space for ourselves, that we can say no with like an embodied no. And it can help us destruct things in life, like quit the job, quit toxic patterns, quit toxic relationship. And it's also able to construct things in our life, like building up. But this energy is also related, this chakra is also related to anger, because if this energy is blocked, and a lot of times in childhood, we are not allowed to say no. A lot of times in childhood, parents or ex-boyfriends or people or school teachers have crossed our boundaries. And if this happens, this energy becomes stuck, and like the aggressiveness what should flow for healthy life force energy and healthy primal life force energy. Especially for men, there is a lot of like life force energy from us there. This energy what should flow gets stuck, and then it comes out in anger. Anger outwards or anger inwards. So anger towards other people or anger towards ourselves, like damaging behavior, damaging thinking to ourselves or to others. And when we don't have this energy, when it's blocked, we are basically blocked in life. And many times people come here with this energy blocked, and I notice it every time super soon, because I was there as well and I'm out again. And the last 2 retreat guests, 2 ladies, happened the same. The most beautiful story is like from a French lady who was here 2 weeks ago. And I noticed like, you have stuck anger. And she said, no, I've not. I said, I think you got some stuck anger. And she like, no, I've not. So I thought like, hey, let's just test it, you know? So we took the axe, we took this piece of wood, and she started smashing with my guidance. And after 30, 40, 50 seconds, she broke down in crying, in screaming, in whatever, like in rage. And she continued and continued and continued. And after she was done, like 2-3 minutes, she said like, she was so confused. She said like, fuck, I thought I had processed this. I thought I was past this. And what came up was anger towards an ex-boyfriend from 5 or 8 years ago. But she had processed this situation mentally with talking and with forgiveness with the heart and compassion, what is really good. But she never allowed herself to express the anger, to express her, no, this wasn't okay for me, to express this electrical charge. And our nervous system needs it. We need to break things sometimes to have this electrical like charge out of our system. So that's why sometimes we really love to smash things or hit things or throw a plate on the ground. Like we need it. And here is like a safe environment for me and in my retreats with my clients to do so with people, to really let go of things that are stuck in the psyche. And it was the same last week with a Spanish lady who was here on retreat. I need to recall it for a second. Aha! She was like doing the same, because we were passing this, we were on our way for breathwork, and I was seeing the axe and I was seeing the wood, and I felt so attractive. So I felt, okay, let's do it. So I invited her to smash on the wood, and she had, of course, also some resistance, but still she did it. And then old anger things came up, and she said like, hey, I've done this already, I know this, I don't want to go in this again. And I asked like, what are you usually doing if these things are coming up? And she said, I walk away from it, you know, I just park it and I go do something else, talking or cleaning or whatever. I said, why not finish the cycle now? Why not keep going and continue and don't stop and see what happens? And she did that, and finally she came for herself on a place of empowerment, and she reclaimed something back what was lost. Like usually she suppressed something what has happened in the past. I'm not gonna tell what it was exactly right now, but now to really face it and process the emotion of anger towards this situation from the past, she could reclaim her empowerment again. So these things are happening here with simply an axe and simply some wood and simply the right guidance with my presence. And if there is no one, it's just me who is doing it, to resolve things what are stuck in the psyche, to reclaim basically the third chakra, what we need in our life to act. What is the English word? Sovereign, but to act from our like I energy, to act from our own empowerment, to act from our like inner authority. And from there we can express our authentic energy in the world, and from there we can go for our purpose, and from there we can feel our own space, and we can feel our existence in the world, and we can take the right actions. But a lot of times it's hostile by someone or something in the past, because somewhere it was not allowed to express this energy. So that is the importance of sometimes just expressing rage, smashing things, destroying things, and allow yourself to express the stuck energy so that we can continue and move forward again. See you in the next video.